Good evening and thanks for joining St. George News at 8. I'm Scott Beadle. Our top story tonight, St. George authorities are searching for a gunman involved in a fatal shooting on the Navajo Nation Reservation Thursday. A 46-year-old man was killed in the shooting. It happened around 2 p.m. in Aneth, Utah. San Juan County Sheriff's Office, Navajo Division of Public Safety, and the FBI are investigating. They do not believe that there is any threat to the public at this time. No further information has been released at this time, and the investigation is ongoing. Two San Juan County schools, Whitehorse High School and Montezuma Creek Elementary School, were closed Friday due to the shooting. Classes will resume on Monday. 3 nonprofits are joining forces in an effort to increase communication and to streamline fundraising. The Zion Natural History Association, the Zion Canyon Field Institute, and the Zion National Park Foundation have merged to create the Zion National Park Forever project. The rebranding will usher in a new era of stewardship and support for Zion and its sister parks, Cedar Breaks and Pipe Springs National Monuments. Part of the rebranding is a new field guide listing current projects needed in the park and the money needed to do them. Park attendance is rising with 4.3 million visitors last year. New jobs are coming to Hurricane at Lighthouse Inc. Lighthouse is a well-known salad dressing manufacturer. The company has joined forces with the Governor's Office of Economic Development, and a $40 million investment will add 165 new jobs to the Hurricane facility over the next 8 years, while paying wages that exceed 110% of the average wage in Washington County. The expansion will triple the size of the existing facility. The project will also increase the plant's production of dressings, dips, and sauces. A St. George man is sworn in as an ensign in the U.S. Navy during graduation ceremonies at Arizona State University on Wednesday. Cody Perry received his engineering management degree as well. He graduated from Snow Canyon High School back in 2013. The Navy awarded Perry a full Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps scholarship to Arizona State. Perry graduated from ASU with 14 other midshipmen. He will report to the Pensacola Naval Air Station in Florida as a Naval Flight Director later this summer, and will be assigned to a newly formed squadron flying one of the newest aircraft in the fleet, the Boeing P-8 Poseidon, which conducts anti-submarine and anti-surface warfare. A bill introduced to Congress by Utah Representative Chris Stewart would require the Bureau of Land Management to grant a right-of-way for the proposed Northern Corridor and ease restrictions for utility access in the Red Cliffs National Conservation Area. Washington County Commissioner Victor Iverson will testify before Congress on Tuesday. He says the corridor is essential for future traffic in the area and that it is possible to avoid causing harm to the tortoise population in that area. President Trump just left the White House, and it looks like a busy trip. 5 countries in 8 days. All of this while there are still plenty of scandals back here at home. Maggie Rulli has the latest.
Hoping to put this week's scandals behind him, President Trump takes off on his first foreign trip as commander-in-chief, tweeting that he'll be strongly protecting American interests. That's what I like to do. It may be what he likes to do, but his laundry list of goals, like seeking peace in the Middle East and ending Islamic terrorism, will be facing an uphill battle, both from abroad and at home.
This very significant moment in American history.
As back-to-back scandals continue to rock the White House.
Does anybody have any questions?
Just this week, accusations that President Trump leaked classified material to the Russians. Then a memo from former FBI Director James Comey claiming the president tried to interfere in the federal investigation into Russian election meddling. The next day, an announcement that a new special counsel will take the lead on that investigation and look into possible connections between Russia and the Trump campaign. The investigation is already underway, and now the Washington Post is reporting that someone close to the president has been identified as a person of interest.
I think the American people are still puzzled and we're still divided.
The man who appointed the special counsel, Deputy Attorney General Rod Rosenstein, spent a second day in a row briefing lawmakers behind closed doors.
I thought it was very informative.
Hopefully now we can move forward. The American people wants us to do things for them.
Chief Meteorologist Chris Summers has your forecast for the weekend right after this.
The weather tonight is brought to you by Experamac. Experience Mac computers in a new way.
And welcome back, everyone. A happy Friday to you. Had a few mixes of clouds and sun out there for today, but temperatures did make it back a little bit warmer than we saw the last several days. Back close to 80 in much of southern Utah here late this afternoon. Saw a high temperature at 79 in St. George, 77 in Hurricane, 60 degrees Cedar City, 56 degrees Enterprise, and there is some warmer weather to our south and west, back into the mid-80s in southern Nevada, and that should get here over the weekend as it'll put our high temperatures here in southern Utah back into the low 80s on Saturday. It could be in the low 90s by Sunday. So some summer-like temperatures back in our forecast, definitely early next week. Before tonight, mainly clear skies out there. We'll see our temperatures dip back into the low to mid 30s around Cedar City. Otherwise, low to mid 50s from St. George to Hurricane to Mesquite by tomorrow morning. Now, as you get to your weekend, your Saturday, we get back to near 70 in Cedar City with partly to mostly sunny skies, north-northwest winds at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Around St. George and southern Utah, back into the low 80s. We'll go for a high of 83 degrees in St. George. Again, seeing lots of sunshine throughout the day. And breeze is not too bad either. East-southeast winds about 5 to 10 miles per hour. So nice day in tap for your Saturday. Again, a full day of sunshine expected. Looks like some beautiful weather for the whole weekend. More sunshine in the forecast on our Sunday. A little bit warmer too, upper 80s to low 90s in much of southern Utah by Sunday afternoon, and then turns hot next week. Yeah, we could see a lot of sunshine, a lot of dry weather next week, but looks like temperatures get back into the low, even maybe mid 90s as we head to early next week. So definitely seeing some summer back in our forecast as we get to early next week. But here's a surface map, again showing high pressure across much of our area for our Saturday. That's going to bring some warmer weather back into southern Utah. Again, not much to talk about weather-wise over the next 7 days or so. It looks like we're going to continue with dry weather. Not really a big chance of rain anytime soon, and just looking like some very warm temperatures in our forecast as we head into early next week. Before tomorrow, our Saturday, we see temperatures getting back into the mid-60s around Enterprise for a high temperature on your Saturday. Could be back in the low to mid-70s, though, around much of Cedar City. Newcastle, about 73 for a high. Again, pleasant and warmer. East-southeast winds about 10 to 15 miles per hour. As we head to southern Utah and St. George, temperatures getting back into the low to mid-80s around St. George and Hurricane. Even around Gunlock, seeing temperatures reaching about 80. Again, a little bit warmer to our south and west, though, mid-80s. Even some upper 80s from Mesquite to Littlefield with sunshine and nice weather in the forecast for the weekend. Here's your Cedar City 7-day forecast, near 76 for your Sunday. Mostly sunny skies, sunny and dry through next week. Eventually getting into the low 80s Wednesday and Thursday. Could see a chance of rain around maybe Thursday. High temperature reaching about 82 degrees. St. George and Cedar City, yeah, into the 90s already by Sunday, with lots of sunshine expected across our area. Keeping it even warmer next week, low 90s on Monday, Tuesday, even Wednesday, seeing a high temperature reaching about 93 degrees, and lots of sunshine and dry weather continuing as we head through the next several days. So enjoy the weekend. Looks like a nice weekend around here, but then next week we really turn the heat back up around southern Utah. Temperatures in the 90s by next week.
Yeah, pretty summery out there.
That sure is. Getting to the last getting closer to the last week of May, and really seeing some summer-like temperatures back in our forecast.
All right, thanks, Chris. KCSG and Planet Fitness St. George are teaming up to give away a Black Card gym membership worth $400. To register to win, head to the KCSG website or KCSG Facebook page, and each night on the St. George News at 8, we'll give you a secret word that's good for an extra 30 entries. Tonight's word is squat. Up next, a cat is giving Garfield a run for his money as a fat cat. A feline that could make it to the Guinness World Record books when we come back. Omar is a Maine Coon cat living in Melbourne, Australia. His owner, Steffi Hurst, posted a picture of him on Instagram. Well, that is when the Guinness World Records people tracked her down. Omar is more than 47 inches long, and that is nearly 4 feet, weighing a whopping 30 pounds. The current world record holder measures a little over 46.5 inches. Omar lives on a diet of kangaroo meat and kibble. He lives a pretty relaxed life, lounging around the house with Steffi's 2 dogs. Guinness World Records has yet to confirm if Omar takes the title.
It looks like a pretty good sized cat there when she's carrying it around. It's, yeah, very fluffy and very long there.
Pretty big fella, yeah. I can't help wondering what the dogs in the house are, you know, if they're also a little bigger than usual or if they're kind of little.
I bet they're kind of little, I bet.
Thanks for watching.
We hope you have a great weekend. See you back here on Monday.